Hey guys, how's it going? Steven here, Steven Siggy Shack. Just gonna go over a little bit of stats with you today. Not really doing a review for you, but I will light up a cigarette, smoking my timeless times. For most of you, well, some of you anyway, this video probably won't mean anything. But just looking over the stats of the channel so far. Looks like 68.9% of you are guys, and 31.1% female. It's not too surprising, as most surveys show that more men smoke than women. The majority of you watching this channel are between the ages of 25 and 34. 82.5% are right here in the US, but I do have some people watching from Russia, Croatia, United Kingdom. It actually shows unknown territory. I have no idea what that even means. And then the most requested cigarette for me to do is the Marlboro Smooth 100s. So I might pick up a pack of those this weekend and do a review for you. So that's just the stats. But the main reason I want to do this video is because I wanted to do a little bit of my smoking history that's been requested several times. And I've promised I would do one sometime this week. It's Friday, so better late than never. Alright, so let's see. When did I start smoking? Probably about 11, maybe 12. Obviously not really a heavy smoker, as how am I supposed to get them anyway? But my dad was a heavy smoker, probably about 3 packs a day. But he would smoke and probably leave about that much of the cigarette in the ashtray. So when he'd leave or wasn't looking, I'd grab it and go somewhere, smoke the rest of the cigarette. Or if I had friends that had parents, they would steal cigarettes from their packs and we'd smoke them. I started with whatever brand I could get. At the time, my dad was smoking Marlboro Lights, so I didn't really know anything about flavor, preference, or anything. All I knew was it was a cigarette. I could smoke it, so that's what I did. Turned 18. The first pack of cigarettes I bought were Camel filters. Excuse me. So that's pretty much what I started on, was Camel filters. I smoked them here and there. Still wasn't really a heavy smoker at the time. Excuse me. Then I joined the military back in 2007. And after boot camp, I went to Mississippi for a training school. And the most popular cigarette there was the Cool Kings in the green box. So I'd buy those. They were cheap, weren't too expensive, so I'd buy cartons of those. So that was really where I started, was the Cools. And I smoked those for a long time. Then got stationed in Central California right when the Camel Crush came out. My wife at the time, she liked the full flavor cigarettes, and I was still kind of into the menthol. So it actually worked out pretty good. Money was tight. So we'd buy a pack of those. I'd crush the ones that I would smoke, so I'd have the menthol, and she wouldn't crush hers, so she'd have a full flavor. Then for a while after that, we would get a brand called Sonomas. Real generic, probably like $3.50, $4 a pack. They were cheap. Got the job done, so I smoked those for for a while. Got a little bit better with the money. Excuse me. So then we'd actually get the Marlboros, and that's what I smoked for a long time, was Marlboro Reds. Marlboro Red 100s, to be specific. And then got out of the military in 2011 off of active duty. Went into the reserves, moved to Arizona. Money was really tight then, didn't have a job at the time, so we went to Rolly cigarettes. We'd buy the tubes, tobacco, and we had a little machine, roll them. So I smoked those for probably a year, give or take. And then got a pretty decent job. We were able to buy cigarettes that we liked again. So we would go back to the Marlboros. Then price of cigarettes are so astronomical. You're paying $50, $60 for a carton of cigarettes. And it came to a point where putting gas in the car was a little more important than getting name brand cigarettes. So we'd still go back to Rollies when we had to. And then went to the gas station across from the apartment I was living at. And they had these back there. And I asked how much for a pack of these. And he said $4. So, excuse me. So we started buying those. A pretty decent cigarette, especially for the price. Honestly, I've been smoking these ever since. I will get, I'll spoil myself every once in a while. I get a name brand Marlboro Camel, something like that. But for the most part, I smoke these Timeless Times, full flavor reds. I enjoy them, and they don't really break the bank too much. I go through maybe a carton every 2 weeks or so. Try to stretch it out. But basically, that's my smoking history. I just recently confessed to my dad that I would steal his cigarettes, but he knew. I already knew that he knew, but I went ahead and told him, at the age now where he's not going to ground me. So, but that's my smoking history. I know a lot of you have been asking me for it, so I wanted to go ahead and give that to you. If you have any other suggestions on content you'd like me to cover, I'd be happy to do it. Don't suggest anything with politics, because I will not talk about politics on this channel. It's not what this channel is for. It's just for talking about cigarettes, cigars, even vaping, tobacco product in general. But if you want to know anything specific about me or my history, go ahead and leave a comment below. Be happy to address anything like that. Well, other than that, it will be strictly just about cigarettes and other tobacco products. But I do thank you so much for stopping by. I'm glad we could get this video finally done for you. And we'll talk again soon.